presented by Hyundai. Today,
a 6'3" guard from Providence.
Jared Allen! At an ultra-high level.
he also has been one of the most relied on by the Cavaliers, and we are underway. John Michael, Brad Doherty, and Serena Winters. A Sunday matinee against one of the hottest teams in the NBA as Evan Mobley opens the scoring. And touched upon, he will bird dog Harden the length of the floor. Again, the idea is to try to wear James down here today, particularly without Kawhi Leonard in that lineup. Powell backs up. He's bothered by Garland. Norman Powell is having just a great year as he misses his first shot. This season, 22.5.
Yeah, Norman's always been able to score the basketball. It was always on the defensive end that he was a little bit of a liability, but no more. He has stepped up. Ty Lue has got him playing excellent defense, very fundamentally sound. He has become a weapon.
The Clippers are active defensively, particularly Chris Dunn, also Derrick Jones. They combine for that steal there on Mobley as Harden steps back. He left that three short. It was simply brilliant Friday in Detroit. He'll hand off to Mobley. Mobley challenges Zubac. That shot doesn't go. Jones rebounds. Mitchell had 22 of his 38 in the fourth quarter against the Pistons on Friday in that comeback attempt as Zubac takes the lob inside and he gets the Clippers on the board.
Yeah, big real child bodies that absolutely uses both hands very well. He is a problem. He's playing excellent basketball, so we'll have to use our athleticism to offset his physicality.
Mitchell's three doesn't go. Strus with the offensive rebound. Back it goes to Strus. Now to Garland. Strus thought Mitchell was going to shoot that ball. He was headed back down on the defensive end. Garland gets his own floater miss. Slings it back to Strus. Zubac rebounds.
Yeah, Max's nylon. Had the pass come back to him.
Harden's open. We talked about Zubac. What a big ball game he had against the Cavs in LA 2 weeks ago. He scored 28 points and grabbed 20 rebounds, 8 of which came on the offensive end. Long lead pass intended for Jones. Jones can't finish, but he's fouled by Mitchell.
This season, he has had a remarkable season. Talking about Zubac, and we don't get to watch.
In Brooklyn 2 nights ago in a big Clipper win, 132 Henny's mind over the last 48 hours.
Yeah, you got to stop. You got to slow down James Harden if you can. And you're going to try to bird dog him with Max, wear him down, and put him into a lot of actions, make him, think about. And he's the one that utilizes that screen very well to draw those fouls. So keep that in mind.
Strus off to Allen, and Allen hammers it home.
Yeah, he forced Zubac to step up, have to help on Max Strus.
Here's Chris Dunn. Dunn has been rejuvenated in LA. Real uptick to his career over the last handful of months. Zubac again. He'll work in on Jared Allen. Spin, he ran out of real estate. Back it goes to Harden late in the shot clock. That's rebounded by Mobley.
Nice defense by Jared. He was wanting to turn those big shoulders, couldn't do it.
Mobley finds Allen, and Zubac commits the foul. And that is a 7-footer, which was driving right down the middle of the floor, and then found the other 7-footer who draws the foul.
Yeah, I think you keep him in action. He's talking about Zubac. Can't shoot it. Nice job by Jared Allen.
Umpire Matt Boland in his 22nd, and the crew chief Curtis Blair is a 17-year veteran.
Yeah, this is a good crew. They'll let these guys play a little bit and manage that, but let them go after it.
Powell zigzags inside and finishes. Powell has moved to be a starter, Brad. It's another to get that opportunity and do what Powell's done. How about that feed by Garland as Harden fouls Mobley inside. That was a dazzling move by Garland to free up Mobley.
Basketball player right there.
Zubac looked over and said, thanks, James, because first handful of seasons this year, he's been relatively healthy ever since. And when you look at what the Clippers have done in March, a big part of that, healthy. They're contenders. They're the real deal.
Yeah, yes, they are. They got depth, they got size, they got shooting. They got it all. It's just a matter of who shows up, who's going to play.
Mitchell, a great rebound. Mitchell bounces off the screws. I tell you what, that is a snapshot of what Kenny Atkinson is looking for. The Cavs have struggled keeping glass. All 5 players on the floor need to be involved as back it goes to Dunn. Now it's Powell.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not about the effort. The effort is there. It's about boxing out your man and maintaining that box out. When you maintain that box out, that long rebound goes away. It's when you turn your head and go try to grab the ball and it bounces. Kenny's been on top of that really, really aggressively with these guys.
Mobley with a near steal and turned into a Jones three-point miss. Garland nestles his way inside. He floats and scores. A lot of storylines, subplots galore. Harden banks and misses. A ton of X's and O's. If you're a basketball junkie, this one should be right up. Two of the best tacticians in the NBA. Strus breaks baseline, shovels to Allen, and Allen draws a foul if it's on Zubac. It is number 2. However, it's deemed to be on Chris Dunn as Zubac dodged a bullet.
Yeah, and rebound was gathered up by Donovan in the midcourt. You get it out, transition basket, that is easy basketing out the guy and just wrestling with him until the ball hit the floor. Today, the ball bounces long because of the longer shot. They're not going to be able to get the rebound. So you got to stay home and be fundamentally sound and disciplined when you box out.
Sam Merrill commits a foul on Powell, one that he'd like to have back as Powell, emotional moment, and that is a real hero right there.
Arm's way in order to help those kids and protect those children. That's what you wish for every day when your kids walk out the door.
His entire career, he knows it's more than just basketball.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The day he was not getting Donovan the basketball player, we're getting Donovan the human being, and we sure have. Thrilled to have him here in Northeast Ohio, signed the big extension, making this city his home. Meanwhile, here's Allen. Zubac with the rejection. 13-10 is the Cavalier lead. Harden throws on the brakes, lobs for Zubac. Zubac floats it up, missed it, but he tips it in. Zubac leads the league not only in rebounds, one there, and the putback, and trims the Cavalier lead to 1. Hunter working on Harden, tipped out by Allen, second chance. Hunter launches a 3. Then Merrill tracked down and saved his Strus. Well done. Garland with a pump fake, sidesteps Dunn. Hey, knocks it down.
Well, that's a great example in the NBA. You give a team that's as good as the Cavs to get a shot, they're going to make that basket. That goes back to what we're talking about. That ball goes up. You've got to capture it. Cavaliers did a great job of scrambling. Clippers could not find their men defensively in order to keep them off the board. Good job.
Zubac finds Jones. Boy, Allen got a hand on it, but Jones muscles it open in. This is our first of 8 games on the watching here in Ohio and around the world on NBA League Pass. Great to have you with us as Garland slings one inside to Allen. Allen floats and scores.
Yeah, I think you got to keep going at Zubac with Allen. Try to get that second foul if you possibly.
Harden will orchestrate this offensive sequence. Merrill and Hunter are the first off the Cavalier bench as Harden draws the foul, gets knocked down, and has a chance for 3.
Now you'll notice the thing that's making the Clippers a better basketball team over these last 13 games. We saw Max Strus just, he's just got such a huge motor.
Had to battle their way 10 out of 12, you mentioned it. Battle their way out of the play-in tournament. They're still not out of the woods yet. No. They're still tied for 6th.
Wow. Game today. It's a playoff type opportunity for the Cavaliers to find out what they got.
Strus for 3. I would love in the West to see a couple of these older teams like the Clippers. Get your popcorn.
Let them beat each other up. Yeah. We'll see you in the finals.
Offensive foul. Harden extended the arm. Merrill went down. Harden.
And getting his body in between the defender and the basket.
Garland mid-range. Long rebounds tipped by Dean Wade, who has just checked in. For the Clippers, Bogdanovic makes his first appearance. For these teams met 2 weeks ago. He had 20 points off the bench. It was a perfect 8 for 8 as Harden had that shot contested by Wade. Grabbed 4 rebounds, a huge reason why the Clippers came away with a 132-119 victory as Merrill's 3 is wide left and eaten up by Zubac. Here is Bogdanovic, picked up from the Hawks at the deadline, and that has proven to be a big pickup for this Clipper team. Harden once again is leaned upon by Merrill. James plays with those 2 fouls. Oh, foul is called as Garland read the cross-court feed. And Merrill picks up his second. Mobley stood his ground. Mitchell with a hesitation move right through Zubac. Zubac picks up the foul. Mitchell heads to the basket and has a chance for the 3-point play.
Yeah, that was not a smart play by Zubac trying to reach for that basketball.
The Cavs have and cautioning the officials about, hey, this is something we need to keep an eye on here throughout the course of the day.
Yeah, you really do, because what that does is it negates the ability of a great shot blocker to make a legal play on the basketball. And you're getting wiped straight up aggressively with it.
Amir Coffey and Ben Simmons have checked in as that pass was intended for Simmons. It comes into the hands of Merrill, who stops and fires and scores.
Well, I love the confidence of Sam Merrill. That jumper's looking better and better every game. That's a big basket transition. Can't stop it.
Simmons down the lane, missed badly as Mobley defended. That triple by Merrill was number 3. Has his head up. The Cavs have momentum right through Batum. He scoops and scores.
Well, he had Batum hanging all over him. I don't know how there wasn't a foul on that. Wow.
This crowd here inside.